Welcome to my part of the Circle of Learning for the Sarasota Technology User Group, STUG. I'm Hewie Poplock. Today I'm going to share with you one of my secrets. It's a website that I have used to create flyers, posters, and intros to my videos and various graphics that I needed for projects. It's called Poster My Wall. So we're going to talk about Poster My Wall. This is their logo. Now, Poster My Wall at a glance, with over 80,000 templates and 10 million designs created since its inception in 2010, Poster My Wall is one of the leading resources in customizing online and print graphics. As I said, it started in 2010. It's a one-stop online solution for all your graphic design needs, especially if you're like me and don't have a lot of capabilities in designing, but you can play with and edit existing designs and graphics. Poster My Wall is free, but it also has a premium subscription. Obviously, free is free. The premium is $30 per quarter, and the Premium Plus is $90 per quarter. Breaking that down, there are some advantages to getting the Premium and the Premium Plus, but you generally don't need it. Here is one of the posters that I made, the intro to this presentation. You'll notice because I used the free, it has a watermark at the bottom. You get a small watermark on each poster or flyer unless you're doing the video or you're using one of the premium and you're going to do it for free. Then they have a much larger watermark for your design to discourage you from using the free and to join as a subscriber. This is postermywall.com. It's an online service to create some really neat graphics for intros to videos or flyers or advertisements, postings on Facebook, whatever you want to use it for. I don't want to spend a lot of time explaining it. Let me spend my time showing you. So today what we're going to do is we're going to create an advertisement flyer for Jim Cerny's help desk for STUG. And let's take a look at what we can do. The first thing we want to do is we want to create from a template, because I'm not very good at putting together graphic ideas and doing things. So we're going to go to templates. We're going to look at the themes and view all. And there's thousands and thousands of them. So what we're going to do, since we're going to be doing a help desk, what we're going to say is help tech. And press enter. And you can see that we have lots of choices for our template to play with. And what you're going to see is how easy it is to use a template. So as we're going through these, this was one that kind of stood out for me. And I'm going to go ahead and click on Edit Template. And then I'm going to click on Customize the template. And it now puts it in my page. Now, you say, okay, well, gee, there's nothing here. It's going to remotely suggest STUG. But what we can do is do a lot of editing from the base. And we're going to add from my photos, but I don't have the ones that I want. I have them in a folder already pre-chosen. So let's go ahead and tell it we want to upload the photo. And then we're going to add that photo here and say open. And it's there, and now we've got it on the desk. So we're going to make it a little bit smaller. We aren't sure where we're going to put it yet, but it's going to go here to show that this is a help desk. Let's stick it down here for now. I don't like the background, so let's click over here so we're showing what the background is. Now we can remove the background, but you'll see that's something new. If I click that, it basically tells me, oh, I need the premium or the paid version. And since I don't have that, I am going to just replace it. And I can replace it with any of my photos, a stock photo. So let's look at and see what's available for stock photos. We don't want the Getty images at $2 a piece. We want the free ones from Storyblock. So we'll click that. And let's just start searching. Let's, might make a good background. And it's now put it in the background and made it black and white. Now, I also would like to add phones and maybe tablets in the pictures here. So let's take each one of these, and you can see you can adjust each one. So we're going to move this one here. We'll take this, we'll make it a little bit smaller, and we'll move it around. We'll just use what they have, but we're going to, here's a printer. And so we'll make the printer smaller, move it here, and then there's a tower, and we definitely want to make that smaller. Tell it to add the photo. Add my photos, upload a photo, and we're going to try to upload a different one this time. We'll go here, tell it to open. There's the one that I wanted, and it's put it in. And let's make it a little bit smaller. Whoops, we grabbed the wrong one here. We can make it a little bit larger. And move it down so it doesn't block too much of this. Move this over here. Okay, and move this one and move this over. And it's behind these, that's fine. So that's looking good. Now we can move this over here. And then we'll take these and we're going to change the wording on these. So when I click on here, you can see I can highlight what it says. And let's see what we want to change that to. How about Windows? Now, I don't know who this guy is, but let's go ahead and change him out. I did a picture. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace him again with my photos. We're going to upload a photo, and we're going to take this one, bring it over, and then open it. Square 4x3. We'll do it here, bring it in a little bit up here, perfect. And we'll say crop it. There we go, that's a little bit better. And we'll put him right here. So now we want to change this. Let's try this one. See if this works for us. Open. And we're not going to crop it at all. And we're going to bring the size down here. But what we want is this one. We're going to put it here, make it a little bit smaller. So it's sitting within us here. And then where it says my website, and we're going to say, and we're going to make that a different color, whoops, and a different size. Looking good so far. And center it. You can see it gives me a center line, so I have an idea. Anyway, you get the idea. I'm going to finish this up and show you the final product. But you can see how easy it is to make changes, to enter it, make it what you want. And now I'm going to make some final changes, and I'll show you what the difference is. But I started out with a template totally different than what I ended up, but it gave me a place to start from. And because I'm not very good at that, I can just replace what's there, change the fonts a little bit if I need to, and so on. So let me show you what the final product is, and then you can go in and play all on your own. Set up a free account at Poster My Wall, and then you can download them and use them as you wish. It will have a small watermark on it unless you want to pay the monthly cost for the service. Thanks for joining me. I'll show you the final product. Here is the final product, and you'll notice that I removed the busy background of the circuit board. It just didn't make sense, and it was difficult to read anything, so I made it the color. And I took that color from the Sarasota Technology User Group logo and made it the background. You'll notice I changed some of the other colors of the lettering and so on to make it kind of blend in. And this is the final project. I also corrected a spelling error in the word register and evened out where everything is. This turned out to be a very nice poster and advertisement for the STUG Help Desk. If you have any questions, now is the time to ask them. And I kept this at a time frame that I did have time for a few questions. First of all, it said 80,000 templates. There's actually over 200,000 templates now. That was from a slide from a year or two ago. And also it's postermywall.com, no spaces.
Hewie, can you save those posters in your file after you create them? And
yeah, not only can you can save them on Poster My Wall in your library, so they're there, and then you can reuse them, rename them, copy them, and create a new one using the same thing. So I'm using some title cards for some videos over and over again and just changing the titles each time. But when you download it, it downloads as a JPEG. And so you can use it for anything. Paul, you had a question about it.
Yeah, you two questions basically. You showed how you put one thing in front of another, but can you opt to take, let's say, if you had like an iPad in front of a laptop, you wanted to put the laptop behind the iPad? So how would you do that?
There's a bring to front or send to back, and so you can put one on top of the other and make arrangements that way, the same as you can with PowerPoint and some other programs that are out there.
All right.
I love it. I use it for all kinds of flyers for different events for some of the organizations I belong to. I've used it for, as you can see, the title for some of the videos and so on. And there's just so many choices, and you can make it look as whichever way you want.
Do they take copyright of anything you make out there? In other words, do they share that with other people, what you design? Because they had a lot of different templates there.
Yeah, you can upload your own template and share it with others.
Voluntarily.
Yeah.
They don't automatically put it out.
No, not as far as I know. Okay.
Hewie, I hope you're going to share that with Jim.
Yes, absolutely. I thought Jim would get a kick out of it. Oh, and the other thing is the picture of Jim where there is no background. There is a website called remove.bg for background. And it automatically, you just upload a picture to them and then download the picture without the background on it. And it does a pretty good job of it. And it's free. It's an online service. And that's how I did it with Jim's picture.
What was that email address, that web address again?
Remove.bg.